This is for educational use only. Our group grants permission for our instructor, Mr. Roldan Ardines, to use this as educational material. No copyright infringement intended.
Good day, everyone. So, our title for today is Who Are You? The Self from the Philosophical Perspectives. Learning outcome. So, at the end, students shall be able to Number one is to analyze the different representations and conceptualization of the self from philosophical perspectives. Number two is to compare and contrast how the self have been represented in philosophical perspectives. Number three is to examine the different influences, factors, and forces that shape the self.
Good day, everyone. Today we will talk about the self from philosophical perspective. Since ancient time, philosopher has been asking one important question. Who are you? What is self? Is it the soul, the body, the mind, or our experience? Different philosophers from ancient to modern times tried to explain what make us who we are. Okay, so let's start with ancient philosopher.
So, Socrates, Plato, and Augustine. First is Socrates. For Socrates, the self is the soul. He believed that knowing yourself is the key to wisdom. That's why he said, know thyself. For him, the soul is more important than the body. Our true self is found in our inner character and morality. Next is Plato, student of Socrates. Plato believed that the self has three parts: the reason, a spirit, and appetite. Para kay Plato, dapat ang reason ang namumuno para magkaroon ng balance ang tao. Then, we have Saint Augustine. For Augustine, the self is connected to God. He believed that we discover our true self through faith and inner reflection. For him, understanding yourself means understanding your relationship with God.
Next is John Locke. Locke believed that the self based on memory. Sabi niya, you are the same person because you remember your past experience. So kung wala kang memory, mahirap sabihin na ikaw pa rin yun. For Locke, personal identity depends on consciousness and memory. Next, René Descartes. He is known for the famous line, cogito ergo sum, or I think, therefore I am.
So now, we'll be talking about David Hume and Immanuel Kant. First, Hume disagreed with the idea of a permanent self. He said when we look inside of ourselves, we only see different experiences like emotions, thought, and sensations. So for Hume, the self is just a bundle of the perceptions.
Now let's move to the psychology with Sigmund Freud. Freud believed that the self has three parts: id, ego, and superego. Id desires and instincts. Ego is the rational decision maker, while superego is moral conscience. For Freud, our behavior is influenced by unconscious desires. Minsan, hindi natin alam kung bakit tayo kumikilos ng ganito. It's because of our unconscious and conscious mind. So the self is a combination of conscious and unconscious forces.
Next is Gilbert Ryle. Ryle rejected the idea that the mind is separate from the body. He called it the ghost in the machine. For Ryle, the self is not separate inside the body. Instead, the mind is shown through our actions and behavior. Then, we have Paul Churchill. Churchill believed that the self can be explained by the brain process. For him, thoughts and feelings are products of the brain. So, the self is not soul or spirit. It is connected to neuroscience.
Lastly, we have the pronoun philosopher Maurice Merlin. 20. He articulated powerful perspective on the nature of the self.